going on, guys? How are you all doing? Hopefully you're all doing very well and having yourselves a very fantastic Saturday afternoon. My name is Jason Joseph. This, of course, is Play-by-Play with JJ. Phillies taking on the Miami Marlins, who are 10-30 on the season. Jesus Luzardo is coming back and making his first start since he had his elbow injury, so he is going to be pitching for the Miami Marlins, and the Phillies are looking to take advantage and post a lot of runs against him, as they'll send Taijuan Walker on the mound, and they're hoping that he can get a very good outing on the pitching side of things. So hopefully you're all doing well. We're going to get into everything. We'll get into the starting lineups right now, but first I just wanted to say hi to each and every one of you, and thank you all so much for being here, as always. All right, enjoy the game. All right, we're here. Good stuff. That was live. That wasn't pre-recorded. Nothing like that. All right, so let's get into the starting lineup for this afternoon's game. Whit Merrifield will be leading things off for the fightins. He's over at third base. Then it's JT Realmuto, who is catching behind the plate. Bryce Harper's at first. Alec Bohm is the DH, and he's batting fourth. Nick Castellanos hitting fifth out in right field. Bryson Stott is over at second base. He's batting sixth. Then hitting seventh will be Edmundo Sosa, who's over at shortstop. Christian Pache batting eighth out in left field. And, of course, batting ninth, you got Johan Rojas in there for the fightins. So, again, it's Merrifield, Realmuto, Harper, Bohm, Castellanos, Stott, Sosa, Pache, and Rojas. So Kyle Schwarber is dealing with some back issues. Tom McCarthy did say on the broadcast that he actually does expect him to be back by the New York Mets series. The Phillies have a day game tomorrow afternoon, and he said that he expects Bryce Harper to DH tomorrow afternoon for the Phils and give Kyle Schwarber another off day. But that's what he said, and I wanted to make sure that I reported. All right. This sounds like I'm nitpicking, but why is the roof closed? They don't have a roof. They don't have a retractable roof. It's an indoor arena. It's an indoor arena, my guy. So, again, it's Merrifield, Realmuto, Harper, Bohm, Castellanos, Stott, Sosa, Pache, and Rojas. And on the mound, of course, is Jesus Luzardo. In 5 starts this year, he's 0-2 and has 6.58 earned on average, 27 strikeouts. In the first pitch to Whit Merrifield, it's popped up, hit out over to shallow left field, and running in to make the catch is Nick Gordon. And there's one away. All right, so let's get our scoreboard up and running, baby. All right. What's up, Sam? What's going on, guys? Luzardo has struck out 27 batters in his 26 innings of work and has issued 13 walks. All right. So JT is up to bat, and he takes the first pitch low for a ball 1. Paul Skeens is making his Major League debut today for the Pittsburgh Pirates. He just struck out his first 2 batters that he faced. He's been the talk of today for the Pittsburgh Pirates, as the next pitch is inside for ball 2. So 1 out, and we're in the top of the first. Luzardo gets set and delivers as he throws a 97-mile-per-hour heater right at the knees. Defensively for the Marlins, from 1 through 9 is Fortes, Luzardo, vice versa. It's Luzardo, Fortes, and swing and a miss on a pitch that was just a little bit low to JT. And the count is now 2-2. Bell's at first. At second, it's Lopez. Berger's at third. Bergeron's at short. Gordon's in left. Chisholm's in center. And Sanchez is in right. The next pitch, and that's fouled back. Luzardo has a four-seamer, a slider, a changeup, and a sinker. He'll throw the sinker occasionally, but the changeup and the slider, besides the four-seam fastball, he's thrown that combined 49% of the time this year. So, 2 balls and 2 strikes. and 1 out in the top of the first inning. Luzardo gets set above the letters, lines up, and fires the pitch. Fly ball hit out to deep left center field. It's going back, and it'll stay in the yard. Making the catch, it's Chisholm just shy of the warning track. Over towards left center field, and there's 2 away. And that'll bring up Bryce Harper. Crew chief for today's game. You got Manny Gonzalez calling the balls and the strikes. Over at first, it's Jeremy Riggs. Nestor Seja's over at second, and Corey Blazer is at third. 2 gone in the top of the first, and nobody on base. The pitch to Harper, 97 miles per hour, and it was right down Broadway, and Harper could not catch up to it. It was certainly late on that fastball. Let's see again. Oof. Man, oh man. No balls and 1 strike to Bryce. He's batting .270 on the season. He's tied with Kyle Schwarber for most team home runs. The 0-1 swing and a miss. That slider was just sailing outside to make the count now 0-2. 9 homers and 29 RBI. The 29 RBIs is tied for 8th in all of baseball. The 0-2 on the way, swing and a miss. And Bryce Harper strikes out, and there's a 1-2-3 inning by Jesus Luzardo. And we go to the bottom of the first at Lone Depot Park. No score as the Marlins are coming up to bat. All right. Good stuff. Sorry about that. If you are new to the channel, make sure you guys hit the thumbs up button and hit that subscribe button as well. Love each and every one of you. So yeah, so that's why is the roof closed? Is it raining, or are these players not like the heat? It's not retractable. They don't have a retractable roof. At least not that I know of. I think that they're closed. Let's look that up. Is Lone Depot Park roof retractable? By the way, Paul Skeens averaged about 101 miles per hour on both of those strikeouts that he had. 101. That's really crazy. Is Lone Depot Park roof retractable? Park roof retractable. I guess it is retractable. It is retractable, yeah. Huh. Okay, I didn't know. All right. All right, so we go to the bottom of the first. Chisholm Jr. will lead things off. He's playing out in center field, and it's Bryan De La Cruz batting second at the DH spot. Jake Berger's over at third, and he's batting third. And Josh Bell hitting fourth over at first base. Fifth is Sanchez. That's Jesus Sanchez out in right field. Nick Gordon is out in left field, and he's hitting sixth. Seventh is Vidal Brujan. Otto Lopez is eighth. And Nick Fortes is batting ninth, first pitch. And that's in there for a strike by Taijuan Walker. Did my chat stop working? Sorry about that. It is retractable. I don't know why the chat did stop working, but it did. Great. Good stuff. All right. So Walker in 2 starts this year. He's 2-0. He's looking to go 3-0. It is retractable. Yes. I apologize. I don't know why my chat stopped working on OBS. The pitch, and that's fouled away. Sarah Langs just tweeted out, Paul Skeens' his first MLB batter, 100.9 miles per hour strikeout. That ties Garrett Cole in 2013 NLDS Game 5 for the fastest strikeout by a Pirates starter in the pitch tracking era. The pitch. Ground ball into left field for a base hit, and Chisholm Jr. starts off the ball game with a leadoff single in the bottom of the first. It's pretty impressive, man. Let's talk a little bit more about Taijuan Walker, though. Bryan De La Cruz, lifetime against Walker, is 8 for 20. He's been red hot this year. He's hitting .270 with 8 homers and 21 RBI. The pitch, and that's in there for a strike to throw over the second base by JT to get Chisholm in time. And Jazz wants to have this reviewed. I don't know if the Marlins are going to do so. This is going to be tough. Jazz is like, I'm really out. You're really not going to challenge that? That was a hell of a throw by JT. No, his hand. Let's see again. Stott swiped him on the left arm. Yep, they're not going to review it, so they say that he's out as he got caught stealing. No balls and 1 strike. And the next pitch, that's in there for strike 2. Walker has a 6.39 ERA with a 1.26 whip and 11 strikeouts. Last time he pitched, he just allowed 3 earned runs to the Giants and had 7 strikeouts in 6 1/3. Next pitch, swing and a miss. And De La Cruz strikes out. 2 away and nobody on. That was a great tag. All right, Jake Burger's due up to bat. Burger hitting .192 with 3 homers and 15 RBI. And he takes the first pitch down low for ball 1. The pitch. Swinging a grounder, and that's foul. The Phillies defensively, from 1 through 9, will have Walker on the mound, JT behind the plate, Harper's at first, Stott's at second, Witt is at third today. Bohm is actually DHing, and then Sosa's at short, Pache's out in left, Rojas is in center, and Castellanos is in right field. 1-1 on the way. Fly ball hit out to center field, and Rojas comes running in, can't make the catch. Tried to dive for it, and Burger gets on with a 2-out single. I don't know if he just couldn't judge that correctly. He didn't know if he should dive for it or not, but he probably should have been able to catch that with his speed, and I think that maybe he got cut a little bit. See again. Yep, definitely should have been able to catch it. There's no doubt about it. And the ball went underneath him when he was just on the ground with his chest. Now it's Josh Bell's turn to bat, batting on the left side, and the first pitch is grounded foul over towards the first base side. We got a chatty bunch in our chat today. Nice. Manuel Rivera, that's Josh Bell is up to bat. They had the wrong graphic. The ball is in 1 strike, and the pitch is grounded foul over towards the first base side. Walker's 31 years old, and he's had some success against Josh Bell, who was 4 for 13 lifetime against him. 0-2 on the way, and that's fouled off. The count is still 0-2. The ball's in 2 strikes. The 0-2 on the way. Strike 3 called at the knees. And we head to the top of the second. Phillies are coming back up to bat. So, Phillies allow 2 hits, but no runs. And we go to the top of the second. Be right back in just a few moments. All right, we're back. We're back on here. If you guys are new to the channel, make sure you guys like and subscribe and hit the notification bell icon, and that way you'll know when I go live. Bohm is due up to bat, and he takes the first pitch at the knees for a strike. Bohm is DHing today. It's 4, 5, and 6 due up for the fightins. Matterfield flied out to left. JT flied out to center, and Harper struck out in the first. The 0-1. It's in there for strike 2. And the count is 0-2. Baseball boy, what's going on, man? Thanks so much for stopping by. The 0-2 on the way. That's a breaking ball that's in the dirt to make the count now 1-2. Alec hitting .341. Has 4 homers and 32 RBI for the fightins. 1 ball, 2 strikes to Bohm. 10 seconds left on the pitch clock. Luzardo winds up and delivers the pitch. Swing and a miss. So as mentioned that the 32 RBI is tied for 4th in all of baseball. So back-to-back strikeouts by Jesus Luzardo. And, well, coming up to bat is now Nick Castellanos. And Castellanos hit an opposite field home run in last night's game. Fortunately, he had to put down his dog yesterday, Tiger. And he talked a lot about that during the post-game show, during his press conference, and how much that home run meant to him. First pitch is in there for a strike, and the 0-1 swing and a miss. By the way, he's only struck out 2 times in his last 17 at-bats. And he's on his 6-game hitting streak as well. Casty is going to step out of the batter's box really quickly. He's behind in the count 0-2. Phillies still looking for their first hit on the afternoon. The leg kick and the pitch by Luzardo. Swing and a miss. Good morning, good afternoon, and good night to Nick Castellanos. 3 strikeouts in a row by Luzardo. It was a breaking ball that was inside and in the dirt. Sort of like in weave, like when every time a splitter is thrown, it just hits the ground first, and then it goes into the strike zone. Thank you. Appreciate the jinx. First pitch is in there for a strike. It was a little bit low to Bryson Stott. Stott batting .250 with 3 homers and 19 RBI. And the 0-1, that's on the outside corner at the knees for strike 2. He is absolutely filthy when he is on. He really is. It's just very amazing. No balls, 2 strikes to Bryson Stott. Luzardo with 3 strikeouts in a row. And the 0-2 to Stott is fouled away. Came in at 96 miles per hour. Luzardo, as mentioned before, is a 6.58 ERA. He's 26 years old from Lima, Peru. The 0-2 pitch, sliced foul again by Stott. He's batting .250 on the season. Of course, Luzardo was on the Venezuelan national baseball team in the 2023 World Baseball Classic. The pitch, grounder, hit over to second base, and the throw over to first is in plenty of time to get Stott out. Another 1-2-3 inning for Jesus Luzardo. We played 1.5 as we go to the bottom of the second. Watch Casty's homer last night again, and the Phillies fan dropped that homer too. Can any Philly fan catch a homer? I feel that. I feel that, man. I definitely feel that. If you are new to the channel, welcome on in. My name is Jason Joseph. This, of course, is Play-by-Play with JJ. Man, oh, man. Y'all are Phillies freaks, man. Freak Nation, stand up, bro. Stand up. There we go. Phillies freaks, where are you? With a capital P and a capital H. Cheers. Marlins are 5-16 at home. They really are. It's just crazy. Phillies are 12-5 now on the road, which is also kind of wild when you really do think about it. But is that really surprising? Are you actually surprised that the Phillies are 12-5 on the road right now? Let me know what your thoughts are down below. I say yes and no. I know that they're not playing against top teams. But if you really do think about it, like some of the other teams that they did play that were on the road, you had the Cincinnati Reds, you had the St. Louis Cardinals, and the San Diego Padres. I'm not saying that those are contenders, but they're not bad teams. The pitch, and there's a line drive, hit out over to dead center field. Rojas backs up and will make the catch. Didn't even have to turn. Nothing. And Jesus Sanchez lines out to center on the first pitch thrown by Walker in this bottom of the second. Anybody else shocked that they're 12-5 on the road? The Phillies? Anybody? Nick Gordon is up to bat. He's in 198 with 5 homers and 16 RBI. Walker gets set and delivers and throws a four-seamer that's just on the upper third of the zone for strike one. There's Skip Schumacher. Had a lot of words to say after Trevor Rogers didn't have a good day yesterday. The 0-1. There's a grounder hit over towards the third base side, and it's going to go out into left field. The throw over to second base is in time by Pache. So Pache threw it over to second. Gordon overslid the bag, and Bryson Stott recognized that, and he tagged him out. Sit down the third base line. Pache had a pretty good throw. It was played on a bounce, and Stott, I think that even before Gordon initially got in, maybe could have swiped him, but regardless, he was out anyways. 1 ball, no strikes, and 2 outs. So that's just going to be recorded as a single, and the 1-0 pitch is fouled off by Bergeron. Vidal Bergeron in 254 has 5 RBI on the season. It was pretty nice, man. It was a good heads-up play, too, by Pache. And the 1-1 pitch. Line drive into left field again for a base hit, so back-to-back innings where Walker has allowed 2 base hits. And you know that he's going to give up hits, but can he just get out of the innings? So back-to-back singles. And it's now Otto Lopez's turn to come up to bat. Lopez playing over at second base. Walker gets set just above the belt, throws back to first, and it's not in time. Otto did come in to pinch hit in last night's game. Runner over at first, and there's 2 outs in the pitch. Check swing, did he go? And the first base umpire, Jeremy Riggs, says no. Tristan says, yesterday you asked if we thought Bohm was the best hitter right now. Being obsessed with numbers, I did an in-depth look at the stats, and the answer is yes. He's definitely currently the best hitter. The pitch, it's inside and high, and the throw over the second base by JT. Got him again! Oh, my goodness. JT with a cannon. He threw out Chisholm in the first and throws out Vidal Bergeron to end the second. Stott's looking over at the dugout to see if the Marlins are going to challenge this. I think that they will. But nonetheless, just a bang-bang play by realmuto. Wow. Skip Schumacher, I think, wants them to put on the headset. JT just got up, threw it over to second. I think he's out. I think he's out. Stott swiped him on the left hand as he applied the tag before Bergeron got his left hand in there. Was diving head first. And Stott, I think, got the tag. But Manny Gonzalez and Jeremy Riggs are going to review this. and put on the headsets. JT has the mask just above or on the top of his head. They have the earpieces in, so they're trying to figure out what they're going to be looking at. And as we can see on this replay here, it looks like from that angle that they're showing us, there's a chance that he's out there. I think that was just a great play. Very good throw by realmuto. Make sure you guys like and subscribe. How many people do we have on here? How many people do we have on here in this chat? So they're still reviewing this over at Secaucus, New Jersey. All right, let's see what the call is by Gonzalez. And the call was confirmed that he is out. So that means we go to the top of the third. JT doing a good job throwing runners out behind the plate today. That's the second time that that's happened in 2 innings. And we go to the top of the third, no score at Lone Depot Park. Be right back. All right, if you guys are new to the channel, make sure you guys like and subscribe and hit the notification bell icon, and that way you'll know when I go live. Richard Firestein, thanks so much for subscribing, man. Appreciate it. No more challenges for the Marlins, says Noel Nichols. That was just their first. That wasn't their second. That was just their first. Mundo Sosa comes up, and he takes the first pitch, and their first strike to look a little bit low. But Gonzalez has been pretty fair. What's up, Noel? The 0-1 by Luzardo is just inside for ball one. Edmundo batting .278 with a homer and 5 RBI on the season so far. The pitch, and that swung on and missed. So the count is 1-2. 1 ball, 2 strikes. The 1-2, swing and a miss, and Luzardo records his 4th strikeout on the day. Sosa goes chasing after a slider that was in the dirt and inside as well. There's the first out. In the top of the third, and Pache is coming up to bat, and the first pitch is a slider on the outside edge of the plate for strike one. Christian had a very good throw out in left field. So the 0-1 is up high and inside for a ball. Nick Gordon was trying to extend a single into a double, and Pache threw it over to second, and Stott was able to swipe him out. The 1-1 delivery, swing and a miss. On a changeup at 87 miles per hour, right down the pipe. talking about Trevor Rogers and how he really struggled in last night's game. 1-2 pitch. Line drive into right field, and that's going to drop in for a single. And Pache gets aboard with an opposite field single. And the top of the third with 1 out. And that's the first Phillies hit of the afternoon. JJ, you speak Espanol? No, I took Spanish when I was in high school, though. So I at least have a somewhat of an understanding. But yeah. What's happening, JJ? Not too much, man. Just chilling today. First pitch to Yohan is low for a ball. Rojas hitting .234 with 2 homers and 10 RBI. 1 ball, no strikes to Yohan Rojas. And Luzardo gets set and delivers. And it's going to go all the way towards the left side. It was a breaking ball that was in the dirt, and it bounced all the way towards the home dugout. Didn't go in there, though. And Pache moves on over to second. He tried to get it into the glove. Wasn't able to do so or block it out in front of him. Fortes. So that puts a runner in scoring position on the wild pitch. Pache's over at second with 1 out. 2 balls, no strikes to Yohan Rojas. And the next pitch, swinging and a miss. Paul Skeens, 101.9 miles per hour in the first inning, the 12th of his MLB career, is the fastest pitch by a Pirates starter in the pitch tracking era. 2-1, ground ball hit over to shortstop, and the flip over to third to get Pache is in time as the swipe was made by Jake Berger. So Bergeron, who was over at short, made a diving stop, threw it over to third base, and Pache was out. So that is going to go down as a 6-5 fielder's choice ground out. And Whit Merrifield is coming up to bat. Merrifield takes the first pitch inside and low for a ball. Stupid base running again. Yeah. I mean, he thought it was going to go through. Yeah. Throw back to first. Not in time to get Rojas. 2 outs in the top of the third. The 1-0 delivery. And that's wide for a ball to make it now a 2-0 count. Luzardo lifetime against the Phillies is 3-0, has a 3.26 ERA and 37 strikeouts in 30.1 innings. The 2-0 pitch, and it's going to be low, and the throw over to second is not in time as it gets past the second baseman Lopez, goes out to center field. Rojas is just going to stay over at second. So Fortes, honestly, the pitch was low. Fortes tried to gun him out. And I think it was just a little bit too far over to Vidal Bergeron's left side. 2-1 on the way. Swing and a miss. On the changeup at 87 miles per hour. Count is knotted up at 2 apiece. What's up, D? How you doing? Rojas leads off over at second. Luzardo looks back over at second to keep him in check, and the 2-2 on the way, and Fortes did a good job of blocking that breaking ball. Count is still full. Luzardo, last time he faced the Phillies, was on July 9th of 2023. Went 6 1/3, allowed 4 hits, 2 earned runs, and he had 9 strikeouts. Payoff pitch. It was low, and Merrifield fouls that one off. Luzardo already has 4 strikeouts in 3 2/3 of an inning. Or 2 2/3, because we're in the top of the third. Good. Throw back to second to try to get Rojas, not in time by Luzardo. Lopez was covering the bag. And Rojas just got back in there. The payoff to Merrifield. Ground ball hit over to shortstop, played on a wicked bounce by Bryan, and he throws it over to first. And the inning comes to an end. Phillies just get one hit on a single by Pache, and that's it. We have a runner stranded over at second, and that was Yohan Rojas. And we go to the bottom of the third at Lone Depot Park, still scoreless. Good stuff. All right, it's 4:44. What the heck is going on with this thing? All right, if you are new to the channel, make sure you guys like and subscribe. Hit the thumbs up button, hit the notification bell icon. And, yeah, man, let's get back to 100 likes. Hopefully you're all doing well. Yeah. Had a yard sale today. Helped my dad take some stuff in and take some stuff out. And my mom, too. But, yeah. Nothing too much else is new with me. What's new with you guys? What do you guys have planned for tonight? Anything fun? Anything cool? Let me take a sip of water. I am looking for mods. In case you are interested in becoming a moderator, please let me know. I am going to start to be a little bit more strict about my mods. So, now what I'm going to do, I mean, unless I'll make some exceptions, but I really would appreciate it if the mods that I do get, I would really like them to have a Discord. I'll talk a little bit more about that later because I really do think that that's important because I want you to have some experience with that. But yeah, I am looking for mods. YouTube keeps unsubscribing me, JJ. What do you mean? That's weird. All right, so we start off the bottom of the third as the first pitch to Otto Lopez is grounded over to third. Played on a couple of bounces by Merrifield, and the throw across the diamond is in plenty of time. 8, 9, and 1 were due up in this bottom of the third. And batter number 8, Otto Lopez, just grounded out to third. And Nick Fortes is coming up to bat. Had awesome Northern Lights last night. May have them again tonight. That's cool. What's up, Chris? Thanks so much for coming on. First pitch is taken for a ball by Nick Fortes. Walker gets set just above the belt and delivers and throws a cutter that's wide for ball 2 to make it a 2-0 count. Pitch. That's going to be popped up, hit back over towards the on-deck circle, and JT makes the catch. Didn't even have to take the mask. Well, he did lift it up and put it on the top of his head just before he did make the catch. But there's 2 away. Walker has given up already 4 hits. He gave up 2 hits in each of his first 2 innings. And Chisholm, who was one of those guys that got a base hit off of him, is due up to bat. And the pitch by Walker, a splitter that's right down the middle for strike 1. Jazz singled the center. The 0-1 on the way, popped up, hit out over towards the third base side and foul ground. Merrifield gets under it and makes the catch just on the track. And the inning comes to an end. So Walker gets his first 1-2-3 inning of the day. And we've played 3 and go to the top of the 4th. This game's flying by already. Wow. That was at 4:48. Taijuan Walker. Walker against the Marlins, by the way, is 5-2 with a 3.41 ERA. And he has 72 strikeouts against them in 71 in the third of an inning. The most strikeouts he's ever had against the Marlins was 10 strikeouts, and that was back on September 11th of 2022 when he was on the Mets. Was able to get the win. By the way, the last time that he lost against the Marlins was August 3rd of 2021. August 3rd of 2021. He lost his first 2 starts against the Marlins and has won 5 out of 8 starts since then. Yeah, that's a little bit weird. It doesn't say that you're unsubscribing on here, so I would get the... You see it still says like 2243. So the number's probably... The number's not going down. You could just have to like X out of YouTube and then go back into it. Because it could just be a bug, honestly. That's really what it could be. JJ, just managed to get on here. I was attending my students' commencement ceremonies. Congratulations to them. Glad to see that I didn't seem to miss much. Yeah, I feel you. Congrats to your students. Professor, should I call you Professor Crabtree? I don't know, but it's happened like 4 or 5 times. Yeah, if you restart YouTube, sometimes there's it's happened to me too. Sometimes there's a bug, and you just gotta either get out of the app or shut your phone off and restart it. It's just like one of those things that's like weird. You know. Yeah. I'll try that. Yep, no problem. I'm always full of ideas. First pitch, and that's swung on and missed. Second pitch, there's a grounder hit over to third, and Berger plays it on a bounce, throws over to first, and JT is retired right before we could even introduce him. And now it's Bryce Harper's turn to come on up to bat. Make sure you guys hit the thumbs up button and hit that subscribe button. If you guys want to donate to the channel, you're more than welcome to do so. Certainly don't have to. Harper is up at the plate. And the first pitch, he pops this one up out to shallow center field. Chisholm goes running in towards home plate. Now goes over towards his right. And he makes the catch. 2 quick outs in this top of the 4th inning. And both teams not really being patient at the plate. One thing that Ricky Bottalico said coming into this game is that the Phillies were going to have to be as disciplined as they were like they were last night. So far, not so good. Just 1 hit and 3 in the 2/3 of an inning. Here's Bohm. The first pitch is just on the outside corner for a strike. 10 of his first 13 pitches that have been thrown by Luzardo have been strikes. The 0-1 on the way. Line drive into left field for a base hit. And backhanding that one is Gordon as he'll throw it over to second base. And Bohm trying to slide in there, but he's tagged out by Lopez. Bohm trying to extend a single into a double. And Lopez had a beautiful throw from left field. And Bohm was out. And that's the end of the third, or the top of the 4th inning. I guess you call that a 1-2-3 inning. But we go to the bottom of the 4th. Harper doesn't look right. Harper's up to bat next. What do you mean? What do you mean he doesn't look right? Phillies are rarely patient at the plate. Probably one of our biggest weaknesses. Well, they were pretty patient last night. They really were. They had very good plate discipline. Let's check in on Paul Skeens. I know I keep talking about him, but, you know, the hype about him was sort of like the hype of Steven Strasburg. You know, that's really what it was. Pirates are up to bat in the bottom of the 3rd. Skeens, 3 innings, 4 strikeouts, 2 hits, and 2 walks. Does have 4 strikeouts. He struck out the first 2 batters that he faced. And he's firing. Skeens logged a .99 ERA, a .91 WHIP, and a 42.9% strikeout rate in 27 1/3 of an inning at AAA. That's jaw-dropping good. That is wild. That was a beautiful throw by Lopez, by the way. He made it out from left field over the second base. Didn't even hit the ground. Bang, bang play by him. That's the second time an out has been made from somebody trying to extend a single into a double out to left field. There's De La Cruz, who comes on up to bat, and Walker throws a cutter at 87 miles per hour at the knees for strike one. Bryan De La Cruz hitting .269 with 8 homers and 21 RBI. The pitch. Swing and a miss. Make the count now 0-2. De La Cruz is going to call for time really quickly. So he wants to take a very quick step out of the box. The 0-2 on the way. And there's a line drive it out to left center field for a base hit. It takes about 2 bounces, and Pache gets over to it as he goes over towards his left. There's a leadoff single by Bryan De La Cruz. That's now the 5th hit allowed by Taijuan Walker. He continues to swing a red-hot bat, too, by the way. Jake Burger is due up to bat. And the pitch is taken in there for a strike. Just saw that Randy Arozarena just hit an opposite field home run for Tampa Bay. The ball is 1 strike. Walker kicks, fires, throws a sinker that's on the inside corner at the knees for strike 2 to make it an 0-2 count. And Jay Berger's going to take a very quick step out of the box. He tries to wipe the sweat off of his face. And he'll step back in. He's behind in the count. No balls and 2 strikes to Taijuan Walker. The leg kick and the pitch by Walker. And that is in there for a strike 3 on the outside corner. 3 strikeouts for Taijuan Walker. And there's 1 away. Wow, he went around, tried to check his swing, and he did go. Didn't even have to appeal. Josh Bell was due up, and he fouls off the first pitch. He's batting on the left side. Fouled it just off of his foot. 36 total pitches by Walker. 28 of them have been for strikes. Walker's on a 4-year, $72 million contract with the Phillies. He signed last year. Throw back to first, not in time. His birthday's 3 days after mine. August 13th. That's when his birthday is. The 0-1. That's up high for a ball. Just a one-time All-Star. Back in 2021 with the Mets. The 1-1 delivery, and that's wide for ball 2. He was selected as the 43rd overall pick in the 2010 MLB draft. 2 balls, 1 strike, and the next pitch is inside to Josh Bell for ball 3. First selection of that draft, of course, was Bryce Harper. Other notable guys, you had Jameson Taillon, Manny Machado, Drew Pomerantz, Matt Harvey, And he has Monty Grandal and Chris Sale. The pitch. Inside for ball 4. And Josh Bell gets on with a walk. Grandal went 12th. And then 13th was Chris Sale. Jesus Sanchez is up to bat as he's playing out in right field, and the first pitch is inside for a ball. We're scoreless. We're in the bottom of the 4th. There's runners over at first and second for the Miami Marlins. 1 out. 1-0 is the count to Sanchez. Walker looks back at second, now back to the plate, and the 1-0 is up high for ball 2. Who did the Phillies select that year in 2010? Jesse Biddle. That's right. Jesse Biddle. The 2-0 pitch. And that's fouled away. Jesse, of course, was from Philadelphia, Pennsylvania. He's now 32 years old. Played for the Braves, the Mariners, the Rangers, the Reds, the Braves again. And was a Japan Series champion back in 2022. The 2-1 on the way. In the air, hit out to deep right field. It's going back towards the warning track, and Castellanos just barely has room and makes the catch. That was inches away from leaving the yard. The throw is drawn back to second. The runners didn't even tag up because they thought that it was going to go. And Casty just had enough margin of space to make that catch. That's wild. And Walker just got away with one. It was right down the middle, too. Here we go. All right, so Nick Gordon comes up. There's a ground ball, diving stop by Harper. Flip over to first in time as Walker covers the bag. And that's the end of the inning. So the Marlins leave 2 men on again. Walker somehow, someway gets out of it. And we go to the top of the 5th. Still scoreless. That's pretty insane. You remember Jesse Biddle? It's 11 a.m. there. Or wait, 11 p.m. there? Oh, my cousin David's on. What's up, cousin Dave? Anyone else here in Italy enjoying play-by-play with JJ tonight? Oh, that's cool. Wow, Italy. Tell Brigitte I said hi. Italy, that sounds fun. Where in Italy, if you don't mind me asking? What's up, Greg or John? How you doing? You have to be a real Phillies fan or an insomniac. Yeah. O'Neal Cruz, he just homered. Pirates just went bat-to-bat, too. Jesse was from Mount Airy and a Germantown Friends grad. Yes. I figured, I'm happy you brought that up. Because I was thinking that you were going to do so. I forgot that was the 2010 draft. But yes, I remember now. I can't believe he's 32. That's wild. Who did the Phillies trade him for? I don't really remember. I'll have to look that up. Made his professional debut with the Braves in April of 2018. Here's Nick Castellanos, who comes up to bat. And Luzardo back out there on the hill. The pitch, swing and a miss. Make the count 0-1. There's Trey Turner in the Phillies dugout. He's talking with Caleb Cotham. The 0-1, swing and a miss. Castellanos on a 6-game hitting streak. Two other guys in this game that are on the Marlins team are also on a 6-game hitting streak as well. The 0-2, and that's fouled off. Toscani, Italy. Huh? Toscani. There's a restaurant by us called Toscana. I could go for some pizza there now. That's cool. The 0-2 on the way to Castellanos, and that's taken for a breaking ball that's in the dirt. Nick's average is at 205 now. He has 3 homers and 13 RBI. What's up, DFJ? How you doing, my guy? Drop that link down below, man. The 1-2 delivery just inside. Luzardo thought he painted the corner, and it just barely missed by the length of a baseball. 51 total pitches. No score. We're in the top of the 5th. Luzardo kicks, fires the 2-2, swing and a miss. That slider was inside, and Castellanos couldn't catch up to it. There's the first out. That's the second time that Castellanos has struck out against Luzardo today. There you go. We love that, man. We love it. Make sure y'all hit that like button. Let's get to 100 likes. Let's get 100 likes. Stott is up to bat for the fightins, and he takes the first pitch low for a ball. Luzardo, of course, is a lefty. I just have to mention this. Rob Thompson is starting Bryson Stott, but not Brandon Marsh today. The 1-0. Stott's going to shoot this out to left field. He hit it on the nose, and making the diving grab out in left is Nick Gordon. Man, he's been making some really good plays out in left field. He's quite an athlete. Had a very good throw to get Alec Bohm out at second base, trying to extend a single into a double. And there's 2 outs. Hit it pretty sharply on the nose. Edmundo Sosa is due up to bat, and he takes the first pitch low. One ball, no strikes. 2 outs in the top of the 5th. And the pitch is up high for ball 2 to Edmundo Sosa. Edmundo is now 28 years old. He's from Panama City, Panama. Was with the Cardinals from 2018 to 2022. Has been with the Phillies since 2022. At the trade deadline, the next pitch is in there for a strike. 2-1 on the way. Down low, a changeup at 88. And the count is now 3-1. Struck out in the 3rd. The 3-1 on the way. It's popped up and hit right behind the first base side, and that's going to go out of play. Lone Depot Park's capacity is 37,000. I didn't know that. 3-2 pitch, and that's fouled away right towards the backstop. It opened on March 5th of 2012. Record attendance was 37,446, and that was during the World Baseball Classic in March of 2017. The 3-2 on the way, and that's fouled off over towards the left field side. The left field line is 344 feet. Left center is 386. Dead center is 400. Right center is 387, and the right field line is 335. 3 balls, 2 strikes to Edmundo Sosa. 2 outs, base is empty, and the payoff pitch inside and low, and there's the first walk allowed by Jesus Luzardo. And Sosa draws a 2-out walk. That was a really good at-bat by Edmundo. He looked really patient at the plate. Wasn't really going to swing at anything that was a junk pitch. Then he worked himself on. Christian Pache singled in the third. He's coming up to bat for the fightins. The first pitch is a breaking ball. It was a slider. Fortes had to go get it, but it didn't bounce too far away from Fortes to have Sosa go over to second. 1 ball, no strikes. We're in the top of the fifth, no score. Luzardo going toe-to-toe with Taijuan Walker. The 1-0 on the way, and that's wide for ball 2. Two balls, no strikes. And the next pitch is fouled off. They had an all-star game at Lone Depot Park, and I'm starting to forget when it... Oh, yeah, it was the 2017 all-star game. That was cool because Stanton was in it, and he had a couple of really long home runs. The 2-1 pitch, that's fouled away to make it a 2-2 count. Best home run derby hitter that you guys have ever seen? Comment down below. I think it's safe to say Josh Hamilton for me. But Mike Stanton's up there. Well, Giancarlo Stanton. The 2-2 pitch. Swing and a miss on a breaking ball. Delivered to Christian Pache, and there's the third out of the inning. We go to the bottom of the fifth. It'll be 7, 8, and 9 due up in the order for the Marlins. Still no score at Lone Depot Park. Josh Hamilton, man. Great home run hitter. If you are new to the channel, don't forget to like and don't forget to subscribe, man. 80 people on here and 38 likes. Make sure you guys hit the thumbs up button and hit that subscribe button as well. Phillies held scoreless through 5 innings for the first time. This is according to Todd Zalecki, since April 9th. And that's when they were shut out against the St. Louis Cardinals. Ken Griffey Jr., his career was kind of cut short. Griffey? Griffey, I thought, lasted a while. Ken Griffey Jr.? Griffey's now, what, 54? He played up until 2010. Played up until 2010. How long? He played 22 years. That's a long time. Played for 22 years. A 13-time All-Star. Yeah, Griffey. Yeah. His career wasn't cut short. Thurman Munson. Or like, I don't know. Josh Hamilton's career, I think, was cut a little bit short. My husband in MLB The Show, kidding, never know when the home run derby is. So haven't seen one. You haven't seen a home run derby? Oh, they're so much fun, dude. The first pitch by Walker hit out to right center field. It's in the air. It's going back towards the track, and that baby is gone. Hit right off the grass out in right center field. And Brajan able to get his first homer of the season as he celebrates, and the Marlins take a 1-0 lead at Lone Depot Park. That was a fastball, and Brajan just shot it out of here like it was a cannon. That thing got out in a hurry. Griffey played a long time, man. I wouldn't say his career was cut short. We're in the bottom of the fifth. 1-0 lead for the Marlins. That's the first run allowed today by Walker. Throws a cutter, and that's wide. And a little bit low as well for ball 1. The pitch, swing and a miss. You really think that his career was cut short? The 1-1. And that ended up hitting Lopez. And I think got a piece of JT as well. Lopez is going to go over to first. Got him right on the hand. Oof. Joado Lopez gets a board. Yep, hit him right on, maybe it was the back elbow. So a hit by pitch and a home run allowed in reverse order by Taijuan Walker. And Nick Fortes is due up to bat. Fortes fouls off the first pitch. It's just a little bit high. Again, is 0-1. Do you miss the old Marlins Park? It was Joe Robbie Stadium. Throw back over to first, not in time. It's now known as the Hard Rock Stadium, but they played there from 93 to 2011. Throw back to first, not in time. I always thought it was a nice ballpark. I did. There's that Sun Life Stadium. Sun Life Stadium. I like Sun Life Stadium. That's what it is. The pitch popped up, hit out over towards the first base side. And making the catch is Bryce for the first out. I'm getting confused because Sun Life Stadium was different. I liked Sun Life. I thought Sun Life was good. Joe Robbie Stadium was a horrible place to watch a baseball game. Was it? Have you been there? Throw back over to first, not in time. So finally, the Phillies get the first out. On the bottom of the fifth, and the pitch. A sinker at 91 miles per hour on the inside corner for strike one to Jazz Chisholm Jr. The ball's one strike. 5 seconds left on the pitch clock. And the pitch by Walker is sliced foul over towards the third base side to make the count 0-2. Already in the fifth inning, and this game is just an hour old. Oh, that's where you're from. That makes sense. That makes a lot of sense. Huh. How long have you lived like down in Florida? The 0-2 on the way. That's wide again. Decided to go with a cutter at 88 for a ball. You know, Ricky Metallico said that last year Walker was throwing a lot of splitters. He's not really throwing too many so far in these first 3 outings. Throw back to first, not in time. And I guess that he just doesn't trust it. Just even from the way that he's been throwing that pitch today, I've noticed that he just hasn't really gone to it too much. 1-2 pitch. Grounder hit over to first. Harper has it. Throw over to first, and Walker dropped it. But diving in head first is Chisholm. And I think that they're going to record that as an infield single. Nonetheless, the runner from first goes over to second. It was a tough play. Harper tried to toss it to Taijuan Walker, and Walker tried to bare catch it, and he just took his eyes off the ball. Didn't even tag the base, nothing. So they score it as a hit for now. Walker not having such a good outing so far, even though it says 1-0 Miami. Lots of hits. Traffic on the bases. And we have a timeout called on the mound. What's up, boss? How you doing? Was born and raised in Florida. I've been in Pennsylvania for about 5 years now. Wow. Now it's Bryan De La Cruz who comes up to bat. And he's the toughest hitter, the toughest customer on this team. Just 10 pitches in this fifth inning by Walker. He hesitated a little bit. First pitch is down low and outside for a ball. Mike, you didn't hear what I said. Do you really think that Ken Griffey Jr. had a short career? You think that his career was cut short? 1 ball, no strikes. 1 out in the bottom of the fifth. And the next pitch, swing and a miss. A cutter at 86. I'm doing all right, man. How about you? I'm doing okay. A little bit laid back today. You know? But it's nice. The 1-1 delivery, and that's fouled off. Say again, I got an ad. No, I just asked, do you really think that Ken Griffey Jr.'s career was cut short? Even though he played 22 years? 1 ball, 2 strikes. Walker looks back at second. Looks back at second again. And steps off the mound. No, my mistake, sorry. Oh, I got you. 1-2. And there's a grounder hit back over towards the left side of the mound. Walker has to throw it quickly underhanded. Throws over to first, and it's just in time. The runners from first and second, though, do advance over to second and third. So they'll put 2 runners in scoring position. And Jake Burger is going to come up to bat. You've been laid back all day. You've been thinking about making a big supper. Oh, a supper in a bit. Oh, I got you. What you going to have for supper, man? The pitch to Burger. It's taken down low for a ball. You meant his home run derby career. I got you. I got you. That makes sense. I was going to say, he had a long career. The 1-0 is down low for ball 2. His home run derby career, that's a different story. I'll make an exception for that. 2 balls, no strikes to Jake Burger. The next pitch, it's low and away for ball 3. Three balls, no strikes. 2 away in the bottom of the fifth. The 3-0 pitch right down Broadway for strike 1. Just 63 pitches for Taijuan. He's facing Jake Burger here as the Marlins are in their red and white uniforms. The pitch popped up and hit in foul territory as it goes behind the net, behind home plate. And they'll find the seats. Make the count full now at 3-2. It was good, Mitch. It's good, man. It was good. "19 pitches for Taijuan in this inning so far. This time is called again by Jake Burger. You really want to see Walker try to get out of this. Caleb Cotham is going to go over to the phones. I'm sure that somebody's going to get warmed up in the pen. In case this inning goes any further, the payoff pitch, and it's popped up out to shallow left center field. Rojas gets under it and slides over towards his left and makes the catch. And the inning comes to an end. The Marlins do get a run, though, on a leadoff solo shot by Vidal Bruján, his first of the season. And it's 1-0 Miami. So we go to the top of the 6th at Lone Depot Park. Be right back in just a few moments. Right. Make sure you guys like and subscribe and hit that thumbs up button, baby. All right, let's get things going. Let's wake up the bats. Phillies only have 2 hits today against Jesus Luzardo. Have been having a very difficult time against them, but they're looking to try to get some runs on the board and start off by doing so here in this inning. So we head to the top of the 6th. Phillies freaks, Freak Nation, man. Stand up, baby. Stand up. Rojas comes up to bat. And the pitch by Luzardo looked a little bit outside, but it's a called strike by Manny Gonzalez to make the count 0-1. Luzardo is on the mound, and Rojas will call for time very quickly. The Blue Jays, how about this? They were down 7-1, and they've tied the game 8-8 in the top of the 7th. Now that's a comeback. The 0-1, that's grounded foul. The count is 0-2. Pirates have a 6-1 lead against the Chicago Cubs. The 0-2 on the way. And that's fouled off. Skeens now with 7 strikeouts in 4 innings. So that's going to be the end of his day. He went 4 innings. He allowed 2 walks. He had 7 strikeouts. And the 21-year-old did pretty good. The 0-2 on the way. Swing and a miss to Yohan Rojas. And Luzardo records his 7th strikeout of the afternoon. And the first out is recorded in the top of the 6th. Luzardo tried to go with an elevated fastball. Was able to win the battle. Whit Merrifield is coming up to bat. And the first pitch is outside. Arizona and Baltimore are tied 2-2 in the top of the 5th with the bases loaded. Arizona is up to bat. It's now 3-2 on a sac fly. 2 balls, no strikes here to Whit Merrifield. And the pitch by Luzardo, line drive into left field, and that's going to go all the way down the line towards the wall. It's out all the way towards the corner. Lopez gets over to it, and Whit Merrifield jogs into second base. The Phillies finally have their first extra base hit on the afternoon on a 1-out double by Merrifield in the top of the 6th. It was a mistake thrown by Luzardo. Fastball right down the middle. Merrifield took advantage of it, and that's the game that comes with it. Won the mental game there. Was able to execute perfectly. And now it's JT Realmuto's turn to come on up. He's 0 for 2. He's flied out and grounded out. The pitch is low for ball 1. So yeah, an 8-1. They were down 7-1. That's impressive. The 1-0 pitch. Line drive into left field for a base hit. Gordon's going to get over to it. He plays it on 2 bounces. The throw to home plate. Not in time. And the Phillies have tied it back at 1 apiece. RBI single by JT Realmuto. Punch. Counter punch. Anthony Maldonado getting warmed up now in the Marlins bullpen. Another good pitch to hit. And JT took advantage. Was able to send that one out to left. And Whit, with all the speed that he still has at age 35, able to beat out the throw. Wasn't even close to the plate. But still. Good job by him to just cruise on in. It's the first time today that the Phillies have had back-to-back base hits. And they're knotted up at 1. Bryce Harper's coming up to bat. Stottlemyre's going to go out there. Try to talk things over with Luzardo. Looking at the game, between the Blue Jays and the Twins. Vladdy Guerrero is 4 for 4. Kevin Gausman for them went 3 innings, allowed 10 hits and 6 earned runs. Here's Bryce Harper, who comes on up to the plate, and the first pitch is taken at the knees for strike 1. Both teams in that game, 8 runs on 12 hits each. It's in the bottom of the 7th. Toronto's up to bat. The 0-1 to Bryce, and he fouls that one away. Count is now 0-2. The ball is 2 strikes. Look back to first, now back to the plate, and the 0-2 pitch, swing and a miss. And Harper has not had a good day at the plate. He has gone down swinging 2 times. There's the second out recorded as he chased after a pitch that was not even close. It was a foot off the plate. And now bohm is due up next. Skip Schumacher is going to go out there, and that, I think, is going to be the end of Luzardo's day. So he goes 5 2/3 of an inning. We have a call to the bullpen. The Marlins will go with a different pitcher. And they'll be right back in just a few moments as we have a pitching change, and we'll take a very quick step off. Be right back. All right. Maldonado is going to go out there to pitch for Luzardo on in relief. And Bohm is due up to bat. 2 outs. JT's at first. The first pitch is a slider that just barely misses to make it a 1-0 count. Anthony Maldonado has not allowed a run this year, an earned run, that is, in 8 innings, just 4 strikeouts and 1 walk issued. JT leads off over at first, and the 1-0 pitch is just down low for ball 2. So I was looking this up during the break, and I wanted to know, what the oldest baseball stadium is. And I didn't know this, but it's called Labatt Memorial Park. 2-0 pitch, swing and a miss. Have you guys ever heard of that? Because if you haven't, it's in central London, Ontario, Canada. Okay, and they say that it's about 8.7 acres and has 5,200 seats and a natural grass field. The 2-1 pitch. That's on the inside corner for strike 2. So, yeah, it opened on May 3rd of 1877. And the construction cost at the time was $1.97 million. The 2-2 to Bohm. Ground ball into right field for a base hit. JT's going to go over to second. Sanchez throws over to third, and the throw is not in time. And that's going to put runners over at the corners as Alec Bohm comes through with another base hit. That's his second on the day. Went the opposite way and just put it in a good spot. I'm surprised that the defensive shifts have not changed for him because he's been going the opposite way a little bit more. But maybe that'll start to change now. And that's a credit to him. The Castellanos comes up into the batter's box and takes the pitch low. A slider at 85. Again, there's 1-0. The 1-0 pitch. And that's inside for ball 2. So 2 balls, no strikes to Nick Castellanos. So that's the oldest ballpark in the world. Labatt Park. 2-0 pitch. Swing and a miss. Since 1936, it was on the last day of 1936. It's been owned by the City of London. Two balls, one strike to Nick Castellanos. Runners over now at second and third. And the 2-1 pitch is down low for ball 3. So Bohm was able to go over to second base as he got a stolen base. And he's in scoring position. Stott waits in the on-deck circle. Maldonado still on the mound. 3 balls, 1 strike to Castellanos. Do you go here? 3-1 pitch. It's outside and low for ball 4. And the bases are now juiced. About that, man. 10 pitches for Maldonado. And Andrew Nardi is getting warmed up in the bullpen for the Marlins. Phillies won last night's game 8-2 in Miami. Yohan Rojas had a home run, and so did Nick Castellanos. And Stottlemyre's going to go back out there. Phillies last night were 3 for 18 with runners in scoring position, and they left 12 men on base, but still somehow manufactured 8 runs. Pretty impressive. Marlins were 1 for 8 with runners in scoring position last night. They left 5 men on base. We have a timeout on the mound here. And the home plate umpire, Manny Gonzalez, is going to break up the conversation. Pirates' lead now is diminished to 6-4. They were up 6-1. And the Cubs have the bases loaded with 2 outs in the top of the 5th. And no, Skeens is not pitching. Bases loaded for Bryson Stott here and the Phillies. They're tied 1-1. First pitch by Maldonado, and it's outside for ball 1. Last time Stott had the bases loaded against the Marlins, he had a big home run in the wild card series of last year. The 1-0 pitch, and that's down low for ball 2. Of course, that was at Citizens Bank Park. Two balls, no strikes. The 2-0 on the way, and that's on the outside corner for strike 1. Somebody just tweeted, "Stat bases loaded, Marlins." 2 balls, 1 strike. Maldonado gets set, kicks, delivers, swing and a miss. That slider was down low, and it was nothing but trouble, and he swung at it anyways. Strom, the lefty, is getting warmed up in the Phillies bullpen and will pitch the bottom of the 6th. 2 balls and 2 strikes to Bryson Stott, who's 0 for 2 today. The 2-2 delivery, swinging a ground ball down the right field line. It is a fair ball. It's going all the way towards the corner. Bohm scores. And that's going to clear the bases as Castellanos scores 2. And it's now 4-1 on the 3-run triple by Bryson Stott. He was just able to keep it fair. It got past the diving stop of Josh Bell over at first. It went all the way into the corner. And it's 4-1 Philadelphia. The pitch is inside to Edmundo Sosa. So JT scored, Bohm scored, and Castellanos scored on that bases clearing triple by Bryson Stott. The 1-0 on the way, and that's inside for ball 2. Oh, it wasn't a grand slam, but I think we'll take that too. 2 balls, no strikes to Sosa. The pitch on the way, swing and a miss. That was clutch. Love what this kid can do. 2-1 is the count. Stott 90 feet away from scoring. The pitch, swing and a miss. And how about this? Maldonado hadn't allowed an earned run. Well, there's his first earned run that he's allowed. I've heard a triple's harder to get than a home run. Yeah. The 2-2 delivery, and Sosa just stays alive on the foul ball. Phillies were down 1-0, and now it's 4-1. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Maldonado gets set, winds up and delivers the next pitch. Popped up again, over towards the first base side in foul ground, and Bell gets under it. He'll make the catch, and the inning comes to an end. The Phillies send 7 men up to the plate. They get an RBI single by JT Realmuto to tie the game, and Bryson Stott gets a bases-clearing triple to put them up top 4-1 as we head to the bottom of the 6th at Lone Depot Park in Miami. Good stuff. Best 2-strike hitter in baseball. I agree with that. Make sure you guys like and subscribe. Let's get to 100 likes, man. Been a little bit lenient on the chat today. Let's get to 100 likes. If you guys want to donate, you're more than welcome to do so. No donation is too big or too small. But you still don't have to. But it is much appreciated. Toronto has just taken the lead 9-8, and they have the bases loaded. They were down 8-1 or 7-1, and they've come all the way back. JT is having a good game. He is. And the Cubs have just tied it. The Cubs were down 6-1 against the Pirates. Skeen wasn't going to get a decision anyways, but he pitched really well. And now they're in a rain delay in the top of the 5th with 2 outs in Pittsburgh. The Cubs are still up to bat. It was 6-1. And Skeen's at his debut, and he did pretty good in 4 innings. He had 7 strikeouts and 3 earned runs allowed. Yeah, I just said that. Yep. Braves have a 3-0 lead in New York against the Mets. That game is on FS1, by the way. And the Rays lead 4-2 against the Yanks. Well, the Phillies answered the bell in the top of the sixth after being down 1-0. It was no score for a little bit of time. Luzardo and Walker hadn't allowed a run, and then Walker blinked first, and right after that, it was Luzardo. JT tied the game on an RBI single. Walker's still out there. 1 ball, no strikes. Send the pitch, and that's in there for a strike. The 1-1 offering to Josh Bell, and that's just inside for ball 2. Atlanta has a no-hitter. Yeah, Max Fried is a no-hitter. 2 walks and 4 strikeouts. The pitch, and now it's a 3-1 count. 3-1 pitch, popped up by Bell, hit out over towards the third base side, and Merrifield gets under it in foul ground, just towards the right side of the line, and will make the catch. There's the first out of the inning. Taijuan Walker with now 70 pitches. What's up, Snooter? How you doing, man? The pitch, and that's in there for a strike. Frankie's here. What's up, Frankie? How you doing, man? Shout out to y'all. 0-1 is the count. The pitch, a 4-seamer taken upstairs as it was elevated. What's wrong, my guy? What happened today? The 1-1 delivery, and that's fouled back. To make it now a 1-2 count. That's a good question. 1-2 pitch. Low and inside for ball 3 to Jesus Sanchez. Who do you guys think was the best Marlins hitter? I was kind of debating that with myself. 2-2 pitch. It's down low for ball 3. It wouldn't be Miguel Cabrera because he spent a lot of his career with Detroit. Would you say Giancarlo Stanton? 3-2 pitch. On the inside corner at the knees for a called third strike, and Walker's able to get a strikeout there. Can't lie, it looked low. And it certainly was way below the zone. But there's the second out. Oh, that sucks, man. 2 away in the bottom of the 6th. And Nick Gordon's up to bat, so Sanchez got caught looking. Hit a deep fly ball out to right field his last time up that just stayed in the yard. Castellanos just had enough room to make the catch. Nick Gordon's up to bat. Who do you think is the best Marlins hitter of all time? The 0-1 on the way. Fouled off. Yeah, I'm wishing you a speedy recovery too. Cabrera was their best hitter, but I thought that Cabrera did really well with the Tigers. That's really like where I thought that he really solidified himself as a superstar. The pitch, and that's wide for a ball. Next pitch, ground ball back up the middle, and that's going to scoot on in for a base hit right down the pipe. So a 2-out single to Nick Gordon, and Vidal Brajan is going to come on up to bat. Because he played with the Marlins from 03 to 07. And then in 08 he was on the Tigers. Juan Pierre on the Marlins. I didn't really get to watch a lot of Juan Pierre. I saw him with the Dodgers, and I think he was on the White Sox too. First pitch is in there for a strike. Yeah, he was on the Florida Marlins. Played from 03 to 05. But I wouldn't. I'm saying like best hitter like in their franchise. Stanton or Hanley. Derek Lee was a good one. I'm saying the best. He was a Philly too, Pierre. Luis Castillo. 1 ball, 1 strike to Bryan. I think it has to be Stanton. 1-1 pitch, and that's taken at the knees for a strike. Because I don't think any other Marlins player has won an MVP. Just for the simple fact of that. And Stanton played there for a while. I think he's their best player. He set all types of records for them. So, I'd say there. 1-2 pitch. That's just inside for ball 2. Hanley Ramirez was another one. He's up there, but he's not. I guess you can make the argument. Throw back to first, not in time. Two balls, 2 strikes. 2-2. And that's a splitter that's just fouled off. And Bryan stays alive. Vidal Bryan is 26 years old. Just hit his first homer of the season off of Walker in his last at-bat. JT. Yeah, but he wasn't there long. I'm saying their best franchise player. Problem is Miami doesn't keep their star players. That's why I thought it was a good question. All right, the pitch. Grounder. Hit back over towards the mound. Walker has it. Throws over to first, and that's the end of the inning. So Taijuan Walker has allowed 8 hits, just 1 run, though, in 6 innings. And we go to the top of the 7th. Phillies are coming back up to bat. Every time Miami gets a good young star, they trade them for prospects. Well, not Jazz. They haven't traded him just yet. Piazza played in Florida. Mike Lowell was an absolute Philly killer for a long time. Walker's pitching better today. Walker's been okay. Hasn't been the best. Hasn't been the worst. It's been okay. He almost gave up a home run. No, that doesn't count. But yeah. Piazza played in Florida. Mike Lowell was an absolute Philly killer for a long time. Yeah, he was. He was. Make sure you guys like and subscribe and hit the bell icon, man. We need 5 more subs to get to 2250. Good for a 5th starter, says Orlando. Yeah, you're not wrong. That you're not wrong about. I wish it was a little bit better, though, because I know that the Marlins don't have the best record in baseball by any means. But that's me just being nitpicky, I guess. It's a results league. You know, at the end of the day, the 1 run, you love seeing that on the stat sheet. And that's what matters. But, yeah. But, yeah, you're right. I'm like trying to think of somebody else that was... Who's their best pitcher? The Marlins. Marlins' best pitcher. Does it have to be Jose Fernandez? Of all time. Probably, I guess, Josh Beckett or Levon Hernandez. Alcantara. Now that's a good one. You might be right. Their best... I just said that. You jinxed me. Bert Smith is pitching now for the Marlins. And the pitch is swung on and missed. Josh Johnson, A.J. Burnett. Yeah. I don't know, man. There's not really a definitive in that category. The 0-1 on the way. That's inside for a ball to Christian Pache. So the Phillies have 8-9-1 coming up to bat in the 7th inning. The pitch. That's at the knees for a strike. To make the count now 1-2. So we're in the top of the 7th. The game was going by quick. Then in the bottom of the 5th, it started to slow up. 1-2 pitch, and that's fouled away. One ball, 2 strikes. And Smith with the pitch. Grounder hit over towards the first base side, and that's going to get through the hole for a base hit. So, Pache able to come through with another base hit, and this time it's against Birch Smith. And again, give the Phillies credit because the Marlins have been playing a lot of the right-handed hitters to pull, but they've been hitting it the opposite way, and that's just really good hitting. Seriously. Josh Johnson is their franchise leader in WAR as a pitcher. That's incredible. Rojas will show bunt here as he knocks it down. It's hit back over towards the third base side. Berger has it, flips it over to first, and that was a good sacrifice by Johan Rojas. He's able to put Pache over at second. They talked about how Rojas worked on that during all off-season. And he's honestly gotten a lot better at knocking down bunts. Put it in a really good spot. It was over towards the third base side. And Smith and Berger had to kind of communicate because it was hit out in no man's land. But Rojas almost able to beat it out. Just a bang-bang play, though. The pitch, and that's in there for a strike to Whit Merrifield. No balls, 1 strike. Pache leads off over at second. And Merrifield is up to bat. The 0-1 fouled away. No balls and 2 strikes to Merrifield, and the next pitch is fouled back towards the screen. Stott, by the way, is hitting .245 against the Marlins with 25 hits, 8 RBI, and 12 runs scored in 27 games. That's just coming into today. The 0-2 pitch, right at the knees for a called third strike. And Smith records a strikeout to get the second out of the inning, and Merrifield goes down looking. Sure you guys like and subscribe and hit the notification bell icon, baby. And if you just subscribe to the channel, comment who you are down below. Let's get to 100 likes. Where are we at? Mod Squad, do your thing. Algo Gang, do your thing. And the first pitch to JT is fouled away. It was a really good bunt. Realmuto, of course, spent the first part of his career with the Marlins. It's no balls and 1 strike. And the 0-1 is just up high for ball 1. JT batted .279 in his Marlins career with 59 homers and 243 RBI. The pitch. It's low and outside for ball 2. .255 runs scored as well. Played with the Marlins from 2014 to 2018. 2 balls, 1 strike to Realmuto, and the next pitch is inside for ball 3. With the Phillies, He has 100 homers in 5 years, 349 RBI, and is hitting .267 with about 617 hits. 3 balls, 1 strike to realmuto. Smith on the bump. A runner over at second, and the 3-1 delivery is just up high, barely, for ball 4, and JT gets a walk. And now Bryce Harper's coming up to bat. Harper has not done a good job today. He's 0 for 3. His average has dropped to .264. Has 9 homers and 29 RBI. Let's see if he can come up clutch here. First pitch to Harper, swing and a miss. That curveball was low, and he couldn't catch up to it. I think he was thinking fastball, and the curveball just was what Smith decided to go with, and he executed it perfectly. The ball is 1 strike, 5 seconds left on the pitch clock. Smith looks back at second, now back to the plate in the 0-1. And he goes with a curveball again at the knees. Throws it a little bit more higher, and there's strike 2. 10 seconds left on the pitch clock. Harper in his red batting gloves. Runners at first and second. No balls, 2 strikes. And the 0-2 delivery, swing and a miss. And Harper goes down swinging. Not a good at-bat whatsoever by Bryce Harper. And the Phillies leave 2 runners on base. And we go to the bottom of the 7th of this stretch time at the bank. At Lone Depot Park. I really say the bank. I got distracted by looking at the chat. I can't do that. That's the one thing I have to learn how to do. As much as I love you guys, I can't always look at the chat. That was definitely low. Which pitch? Which pitch? All right, bottom of the 7th. I'm going to ask you a Phillies trivia question, and if you get the answer right, you hear this. If you get it wrong, you'll hear this. All right, here we go. I want to know which player said this quote. Okay? Listen to the quote here. And I want to know which player said this. For who? My teammates. For what? To win. Which Phillies player said that? Which Phillies player said that? Aaron Rowand. That's correct. Okay. Now, why did I ask that question today? Why did I ask that question? That's the second part of the trivia question. Why did I ask that question today? Out of all days, why today? Because it's his birthday. Nope. When he ran into the wall in the outfield back in 2007. But why today? Why today? Why did I ask that today? I honestly have no clue. No. But yes. Yes, Aaron Rowand, it was because of the catch, yes. Is today the anniversary of that? Good job. You got it. Today was when he broke his nose. That's correct. That's why I asked that today. See, there's a method behind my madness, guys. There is a method behind my madness. We're in the bottom of the 7th now. Good job, man. The pitch is down low for a ball. You can look it up. You can look it up. May 11th of 2007. 1 ball, no strikes. And the next pitch is in there for a strike. The bases were loaded, actually. They played against the Mets, and it was in the top of the 1st. And there were 2 outs, and he made that catch. The 1-1 pitch. Line drive down the third base line. This is a fair ball. It's going all the way towards the corner. Lopez rounds second, and he'll jog backwards over towards the bag. And there's a leadoff double allowed by Matt Strahm. to Otto Lopez. He did. Did you like that trivia question? I did. I thought that was a good one. Nick Fortes is up to bat now. He's catching. He popped out to first twice. Strom on the mound, and the pitch is on the inside corner for a strike. I think that's going to go down as the best catch in Phillies history. The ball is one strike. The 0-1 delivery, swing and a miss. Ricky Waters. We answered the trivia question. Shane was a good one, too. No balls, 2 strikes. Strom gets set. The letters, looks back at second. Now back to the plate in the 0-2 on the way, and that's a bouncer that's fouled. Casty's World Series catch is pretty legendary. Yeah, the situation of that was big too, but I'm just saying difficulty of the catch. Difficulty of the catch. No balls and 2 strikes. Strom looks back at second and back to the plate in the 0-2. To Fortes is popped up over towards the third base side. Merrifield is able to catch it, and Lopez retreats back to the bag. So there's a pop out over to third. Now it's Jazz Chisholm Jr. who comes up to bat. So Walker finishes today. He went 6 innings. Did allow a lot of hits. 8 hits to be exact. But just 1 earned run. The pitch, and that's wide for a ball. Phillies are 2 for 7 with runners in scoring position today, which means they are 5 for 20 with runners in scoring position in this series. 5 for 23. 1 ball, 1 strike. 1 out in the bottom of the 7th. There's a runner over at second. Strom looks back at second and now back to the plate, and the 1-1 is fouled off by Chisholm Jr. Today is also the 44th anniversary of Pete Rose stealing 3 bases, second, third, and home in a 7-3 win against the Reds. Next pitch is fouled off. 1 ball, 2 strikes. 1 out in the bottom of the 7th. And the 1-2 pitch, swing and a miss. Strom gets a strikeout there, and Chisholm goes down swinging. Sit down. 2 outs in the bottom of the 7th. Surprised that he ended up going with the changeup, man. That had a lot of movement to it. Now it's Bryan De La Cruz who comes up to the plate for the Fish. And the first pitch is sliced foul. Jeff Hoffman getting warmed up in the Phillies bullpen. Cruz is 27 years old. He's 6'2". He's a big guy. The 0-1, that's wide for a ball. Weighs 175 pounds as well. He's a left fielder for them. Last year he hit .257 with 19 total homers and 78 RBI. The 1-1 delivery, swing and a miss. This year, he's batting .270 with 8 homers and 21 RBI already. He did it in 579 at-bats last year. He's already up to 159 at-bats in 40 games this year. The 1-2 pitch. Strike 3 called at the knees. At 95 on the gun. And Strom able to paint the corners and do a terrific job holding the fort down. And we go to the top of the 8th at Lone Depot Park. Phillies lead it 4-1. Pete Rose's catch of a foul ball out of catcher Bob Boone's glove was a big catch. That was a big catch. Strom is like the most polarizing player in Philly. Some people on Twitter have a lot of like bad things to say about him, and then there's people that like him. It's so funny to me. It really is. Who do you think is like the most polarizing player in Phillies history? Like, was just so like wishy-washy. Like you loved him, but you hated him. Who would that guy be? And that's another good one. I don't really know if the Phillies have ever had that type of a guy that I can remember. Pedro Martinez. Why Pedro? I mean, Pedro, yeah, he played for the Mets, but I'm saying, like, while he was on the team. Kyle Schwarber. We loved him in the 2009 World Series. But did you not like him in 2010? Kyle Schwarber might actually be a good one. You loved Pedro when he was on the team. Yeah, I'm saying, like, while somebody was with the team, Kyle Schwarber's a good one. Because people didn't like him because he was batting in the leadoff spot. Still is. But also he was playing the field. Yep. Alec Bohm is up to bat for the fightins. Lance Parrish, I'll have to look him up. The pitch is inside. I mean, I know the name Lance Parrish, but I'll have to look up and see why he was so polarizing. What about Mike Schmidt? I heard that Mike didn't always get along with the fans. The one that was swinging a miss. Would you say that he was a polarizing player? Like you loved him, but you also didn't like him. 1-1 to Alec Bohm. Smith still out there on the hill. And the count is 2-1 to Alec Bohm. 2-1 pitch. Way up high. It was a curveball at 80 miles per hour. Lenny Dykstra. Okay. 3-1 pitch. Swing and a miss. And the count is now full at 3-2. Bohm is 2 for 3 today. The 3-2 on the way. Swing and a miss. And Bohm strikes out on a fastball right down Broad Street. And there's the first out recorded. Fried has now pitched 7 no-hit innings for the Braves. He has allowed 3 walks. On 109 pitches. So that's probably going to be it for him today. Nick Castellanos comes up and he gets hit by a pitch. Hit him right on the bottom hand. And he'll walk over to first. And that's one way to get on. He walked his last time up. And got hit by a pitch. That's got to hurt. Man. Now it's Bryson Stott who comes up to bat for the fightins. Did you know that Bryson Stott's father was a quarterback for UNLV? 1 ball and no strikes on the top of the 8th, and Stott is up. And the 1-0 pitch is outside for ball 2. Is Bohm's hitting streak still active? No. I didn't know that either. Two balls and no strikes. And the next pitch right down Broadway for a called strike. To make it now a 2-1 count. As a junior at UNLV, Stott actually led the team in batting average, on-base percentage, slugging percentage, OPS, home runs, runs scored, and stolen bases during their regular season. It's 2 balls and 2 strikes. And the 2-2 is a breaking ball that hits the dirt. It's now 3-2, and it's going to get away from Fortes. It bounces in front of him, and Castellanos goes over to second. So the count is now full. And Casti advances over to second. So they call it a wild pitch. The count is full to Bryson Stott. The 3-2 on the way, and that's fouled away. Count still is full now to Stott. He's looking to get on here. And he get through. Castellanos at second. Stott at the plate. It's 4-1 Phillies in the top of the 8th. The 3-2 pitch. Ground ball into right field for a base hit. Castellanos rounding third. Will come in to score. It's an RBI single by Bryson Stott, and it's 5-1. Phillies up by 4, and Bryson Stott continues to destroy the fish. Stott is hot. So he's had 4 RBI in his last 2 at-bats. And Sosa's up to bat. It's 5-1 Phillies. And the first pitch is swung on and missed for strike 1. No balls, 1 strike. And the 0-1 delivery is a curveball that's taken low for ball 1. Stott is now hitting .387, and this is courtesy of Corey Seidman over his last 10 games with 3 doubles, a triple, 13 RBI, and more walks than strikeouts. He has 8 walks and 6 strikeouts during that stretch. The 1-1. It looked like it was inside. George Soriano is getting warmed up in the Fish bullpen. So it is now a 2-1 count. The next pitch. Line drive into right field for a base hit, and Bryson Stott's rounding second. It's bobbled by Sanchez, and he'll go over to second. He rounded second and thought about going to third, but back-to-back singles by Edmundo Sosa and Bryson Stott. And Christian Pache looking to join in on the party with 1 out in the top of the 8th, and he's due up next. Pache has singled twice today. Remember, Jesus Luzardo got the start for the Marlins. He was doing pretty good up until the 6th inning. The pitch, ground ball into left field for a base hit. It went under the glove of Berger. And coming in to score now is Bryson Stott. The throw's way off the line. Rounding third is Sosa, and he'll stay put as it went back all the way towards the backstop. And it's 6-1 Philadelphia. Keep ringing the bell. Gordon tried to make a very good throw out in left field, but that throw was way off the line. And Jake Berger just could not field that ground ball. It went underneath his glove out into left field. Just was not able to get a piece of it. Stott round in third. He came in to score. Nick Gordon's throw was way off. I don't know where he threw it to. It was in no man's land. But we have a pitching change, and it's 6-1 Philadelphia with one out in the top of the eighth. So let's see what they rule that as. I'm going to say that they rule it as an RBI single and then E7. That's great. Good stuff, man. I'm going to say it's an RBI single and an E7. The hamburger stinks. Single to left. Sosa safe at third on the throwing error by left fielder Gordon. Yep. RBI single by Christian Pache. That's his third hit of the day. Last time that Christian Pache had a 3-hit game was on November 22nd of 2022. That has to be correct. Yeah. November 22nd of 2022. I'm going to write that down. Pache. Wait a second. That can't be right. That was the date. Hold up. That can't be right. Christian Pache 3-hit game. All right, so now it's Yohan Rojas' turn to come on up. Yeah, that's not right. November 21st of 2022. Wait a sec. Why did MLB.com post it on November 21st, 2022? One ball, no strikes to Yohan Rojas. I'll have to look at that again. The 1-0 pitch, and that's in there for a strike. I'll have to go to his game log. All right, we'll get this right. We'll do it in between innings. Yeah, he had 109 pitches, my guy. The 1 ball, 1 strike, and the next pitch, swing and a miss. Honestly, with today's baseball game, if you're throwing over 100 pitches, you're not pitching the 8th inning. That's just how it goes. That's the way baseball is right now. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Yohan Rojas up to bat. It's 6-1 Philadelphia. And the 1-2 pitch. And that's wide for ball 2. On the mound, by the way, is Soriano. George Soriano, the 25-year-old, who's 6'2" and 210 pounds. The pitch. Line drive into left field for a base hit. And 2 runs are going to come in to score. And now make it 8-1 Phillies on the 2-run single by Yohan Rojas. Phillies Nation stands up at Lone Depot Park and the crowd goes silent. Rojas took that pitch for a ride out to left field, launched a rocket, and added 2 more runs for the Phillies. Sosa was literally just in front of Christian Pache. Here comes Whit Merrifield. He'll line this one out to center field. Chisholm gets under it, though, and he makes the catch. And there's 2 outs. Phillies have now sent 7 men up to the plate in this 8th inning. JT has singled and walked today. 8-1 Phillies. They've put up 4 runs in this inning alone. The pitch is in there for a strike by Soriano. George Soriano's ERA is at 10.8 coming into today with 11 strikeouts. And that's because in his last 3 outings, he hasn't pitched since April. Well, he pitched on May 7th, but the outing before that, he pitched on April 15th. So he was out for a little bit of time. And he's given up at least 3 earned runs in his last 3 outings. The pitch, swing and a miss. And the strikeout ends the inning. The Phillies get 4 runs, though, thanks to an RBI single by Bryson Stott and Christian Pache, and a 2-run single by Yohan Rojas. And we go to the bottom of the 8th at Lone Depot Park, 8-1 Philadelphia. Be right back. We need Trey back. Dude, we're winning games. We need Trey to recover. Jeff Hoffman's coming in to pitch the bottom of the 8th. Phillies lead at 8-1. The first pitch to Jake Berger. Grounder rolled over to shortstop. Sosa throws it over to first. And there is out number 1. So I just double-checked. Pache has never had a 3-hit game. That's the first 3-hit game in his major league career. He only lost 1 game without Trey. Not saying that the Phillies are better without him. I'm just saying that take your time. The pitch to Josh Bell. That's in there for a strike. Hoffman with just 2 pitches so far. And the pitch. Swing and a miss. That was taken low. Sorry, my screen froze. All right, we're back. 1 ball, 1 strike. Sorry about that. Frozen screen for a second. The 1-1 offering. Nats taken down low for ball 2. Yeah. I mean, it'd be nice to get him back, but doesn't have to rush. We need him back before the postseason. For sure. 2 balls, 1 strike. The next pitch, swing and a miss. Hoffman able to fire the heat. And the count is 2-2. Phillies are 4-3 against NL East opponents. The Marlins, on the other hand, they're 1-10. 2-2 on the way. Fly ball. It's hit out to left field. Pache gets under it as he backpedals towards the warning track, and he'll make the catch, and there's 2 away. Hoffman is 31 years old. He has a 1.13 ERA. He's projected to have 100 strikeouts in 66 innings because he's gone 16 innings, and he has 24 strikeouts and just 2 earned runs allowed. They only project him to allow 8 earned runs, which is wild. The pitch. Fly ball hit out to left field. Pache gets under it again. And, well, Hoffman makes him go to work, but he makes the catch, and the inning comes to an end. A quick 1-2-3 inning on 5 pitches by Jeff Hoffman. And we go to the top of the 9th. Phillies lead it 8-1. Fly out to left. Fly out to left. Hoffman started his career with the Rockies in 2016. His ERA was never underneath a 3 until he came over to the Phillies. His ERA last year was 2.41, even when he was on the Cincinnati Reds. The second year that he was with them, it was at a 3.83. At one point in 2019, it was at a 6.56 ERA. And in 2020, he pitched in 16 games, and he had a 9.28 earned run average. It's been really good for the Phillies. Arguably, their best pitcher out of the bullpen. That's what that means. It's also only allowed 5 walks, too. All right. Top of the 9th. Arizona and Baltimore, by the way, are tied 4-4 in the bottom of the 9th. Baltimore is coming up to bat. The Phillies, when you take a look at the overall standings, they're 1 game above the Orioles. And the Orioles are a half a game above the Dodgers and the Yankees. Make sure you guys hit the thumbs up button and hit that subscribe button. We need 2 more subscribers to get to 2250. Let's get to 100 likes if we haven't done so already. First pitch to Bryce Harper is taken inside for ball 1. 1 ball and no strikes to Harper. Soriano still pitching, and the 1-0 just misses outside for ball 2. Harper in his career against the Marlins has a 289 average, 36 homers, and 115 RBI in 178 games. Next pitch is on the outside corner for strike 1. 8 seconds left on the pitch clock. The 2-1 offering by Soriano, swinging a line drive, caught over at second by Lopez. Hit sharply, just right at Lopez, and there's the first out. Harper has gone hitless today. He struck out 3 times. And of course, when he hits the ball really well, it's an out. One more sub, man. Now it's Al Bohm's turn. And the pitch. Ground ball hit over towards the first base side. Sliding stop by the second baseman. Throw over to first in time. What a play by Lopez. That time, well, I said before that Bohm has been going the opposite way, and they had him shifted, Lopez, over towards that right side of a first base. He was still able to make a pretty good play out of it. Nick Castellanos comes on up for the fightins. From the top of the ninth, 2 outs, bases empty. The pitch to Casti, ground ball, diving stop by Berger, gets back up, spins, throws over to first, and Castellanos beats it out. He gets an infield single, a bang-bang play all around, but Casti able to hustle down the line, and the Phillies get a 2-out infield single, and Castellanos continues his hitting streak. That's one way to keep the streak alive. 7 games in a row for Casti with a base hit. He was 0 for 2 before this at-bat. He walked, got hit by a pitch in the last 2 plate appearances. And the pitch to Stott is taken for a strike. Is our chat working? Does our chat stop working on here? The ball is 1 strike, and the next pitch is way outside for a ball. If somebody could type, I'd appreciate that. Hello? Okay, good. Okay, good. Just wanted to make sure. Sorry, the caps lock's on. The 1-1, and that's taken for strike 2 to Bryson Stott. The combined no-hitter is still good so far. They're in the top of the ninth, the Braves, that is. Freed at a no-hitter going. Was taken out after 109 pitches. The 1-2. Line drive foul. One more sub till we get to 2250. Let's get to it, baby. 109 people on here watching. Let's get to 100 likes. We're at 75. We need 25 more to go. Let's do it. Let's continue our streak. The 1-2 on the way. Line drive foul. Down the left field side. Phillies continue the roll, says Ed. Absolutely, man. If you guys want us to get exposed to more and more people, that's why you got to hit the thumbs up button. It's just so simple. 1-2 pitch. Line drive down the left field line. It is a foul ball again. Stott just continues to hit the ball really well, though. He's getting good pieces of contact. If you are new to the channel, my name is Jason Joseph. This, of course, is Play-by-Play with JJ. We go on for every single Phillies, Sixers, and Eagles game. If you guys enjoyed this content, hit the thumbs up button and the subscribe button as well. Would really appreciate that. 1-2 is the count. We're in the top of the ninth. 2 out, so runner over at first. 8-1 Phillies in the 1-2. Spoiled foul again by Bryson Stott as he continues the battle. Get a hammer and smash that like button, baby. That's exactly right, DFJ. Just don't break your keyboard. I don't want to be responsible. The 1-2 pitch. Ground ball hit over to second base. And the throw over to first is in plenty of time. And well, the inning comes to an end, and we go to the bottom of the ninth. 8-1 Philadelphia after they produced 12 hits, and the Marlins are coming up for their last chance. Okay. Good stuff. That was a great at-bat. That was absolutely a great at-bat. All right, while we're in this timeout, get your hammers out. Get your hammers out and smash that like button. I like that. Get your hammers out. Get your hammers out, baby. Get those hammers. Where are they at, man? Where are the hammers at? Got 81 likes. 19 more till we get to 100. 100. Got to keep the streak alive, baby. One more sub till we get to 2250 as well. Ugh. I can just taste it. Tigers just placed Kenta Maeda on the 15-day IL. Man, talk about a guy that started off his career with the Dodgers. And then he was on the Blue Jays, I remember. And I think he was on the Twins, too. if I'm not mistaken. But, yeah, his career has been really weird. It started off, I thought it was really promising. Man is now 36 years old. He's from Osaka, Japan. Jose Ruiz now going to pitch for the fightins. Played with the Dodgers from 2016 to 2019. All right, Nick Gordon is due up. He's 2 for 3. I didn't see the Northern Lights, no. We're in the bottom of the ninth. It's 8-1 Philadelphia. First pitch fouled off by Nick Gordon. So Gordon, Bryan, and Lopez all due up in this inning. The pitch fouled away to make the count now 0-2. Boy, oh boy. 22-50, let's go! The 0-2 delivery is chopped foul. And Gordon does stay alive. As we mentioned before, he's 2 for 3 today. Had a single in the second and a double in the sixth. The 0-2 coming up. Here it is. And it's down low and inside. Of course somebody had to unsubscribe. Of course. Switched accounts and subscribe/liked again. 1-2 pitch, and that's down low for ball 2. Thank you, Tristan. I do appreciate that. Means a lot, man. There we go. Of course, I figured somebody was going to do that. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Ruiz gets set just at the belt, and the 2-2 on the way. Way up high and outside for ball 3. Is that Garrett Stubbs that's now in for the Phillies behind the plate? They didn't mention that. Let's get a confirmation. Yep, he came in. 3-2 on the way. Ground ball hit right through the hole into right field for a base hit past the diving stop of Stott. There's a leadoff single and a 3-hit day by Nick Gordon. Yep. So Garrett Stubbs is in for JT. Wins the day going 1 for 4. And Nick Gordon continues to hit the baseball very, very well. Did we get to 100 likes yet? Did we get to it? We're at 84. 16 more, baby. The pitch, swing and a miss. To Bryan, who's 2 for 3 today. 16 more till we get to 100. Thank you all so much for tuning in on here, by the way. The 0-1 fouled away. According to Sarah Langs, Max Fried is the first praised pitcher with 2 6 or more inning no-hit pitch in a 3-start span within a single season since Kevin Millwood did it in 1999. The 0-2 pitch, grounder, hit over to second base, the flip over to shortstop. There's one. The throw back to first, not in time. And it's just a fielder's choice, ground out. Sorry, I was shaking my leg. This chair makes a lot of noise. I didn't realize that. So, yep, a fielder's choice ground out. Was a good try, and Otto Lopez is coming up, hitting .292 on the season with a homer and 2 RBI. Ruiz gets set and delivers the pitch. Fly ball hit out to deep left field, and that baby is long gone. Hit the stairwell just behind the State Farm sign out in left center, and it's 8-3 Phillies on the 2-run missile launched by Lopez. 421 feet, and I've never seen a ball hit the stairs right behind the State Farm sign. I'm not in a rocking chair, but it's a moving chair. And right on the stairs. Wow. Security guard had to, like, go get it. The pitch, and that's in there for a strike. So a 2-run homer, and the count is 0-1 to Nick Fortes. Lopez, as the 0-1 is fouled away, just hit his second homer of the season. He's only 25. He's 2 for 5 coming into today in his last 7 days. Ended up going 0 for 1 last night. No balls and 2 strikes to Fortes here. And the 0-2 on the way. Strike 3 caught at the knees, and there's 2 outs. The Marlins are down to their final outs. We go back to the top of the order, and it's Jazz Chisholm Jr.'s turn to come on up. Let's get to 100 likes. Are we there yet? We're at 85. 15 more. 15 more, baby. The pitch, swing and a miss. Right down Broadway. No balls and 1 strike to Jazz Chisholm Jr. And the 0-1 offering is down low for a ball. Phillies will wrap up this series tomorrow afternoon. We're not going to be on. We're spending Mother's Day, of course, with the mom. The 1-1 pitch. Curveball that's in there for strike 2. And the count is 1-2. We will be back, though, on Monday. Jose Ruiz gets set just below the letters in the 1-2 pitch. Swing and a miss, and that's the ball game. The Phillies win another series. This time it's against the Marlins, and they go up 2-0 at Lone Depot Park. So the Philadelphia Phillies are now 28-12. How about this? Last time they did that was in 1993 in their first 40 games. They also went 29-11 in 76 and 28-12 in 1913. How about that, man? Good stuff. Phillies scored 8 runs today on 12 hits. Taijuan Walker got the job done. It didn't really look too pretty from him out there, but a win is a win. Jose Ruiz did allow a 2-run homer in the 9th inning, but honestly, the Phillies got the job done, and that's what matters. Keep racking up those wins. Walker went 6 innings, allowed 8 hits, 1 earned run, had 4 strikeouts on 86 pitches. 56 of them were strikes, which was also a nice thing. And Bryson Stott, I think he has to be the player of the game. And I don't think that there's any doubt about that. A 3-run triple. Also had an RBI single as well. Did really good on both sides of the diamond today. So, it's really good. So, good stuff. But yeah. All right. Thank you all so much for popping on here. I really do appreciate it. Had a good time today. All right, we reached 88 likes. Good stuff. All right. I appreciate you all so much for being here. I'm going to get off. I got a lot to do. But I'll catch you all on the next one. All right? Laila Tov and good night. That's the other thing, too, I wanted to say. Actually, yeah, Mike literally just took that out of my mouth. I forgot about saying that. Yeah, they were down. They didn't even score until the 6th inning. That was the other thing. So, that was really good. They put up 4 runs in the 6th and in the 8th inning. So, nice stuff. All right, I'm gonna get going. Am I doing a post-game show tonight? No, I got a lot to do. I really do. All right. See you guys. Catch you on the next one.